Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to Fireflies Lead Me. I'm Alexia and this is going to be your summer season reading. So for this one, you have 3 different piles to choose from and I'm going to show you the crystal and the deck for each one. Before that, just to give you a little idea of what we're going to see today. So I put summer 2026 because this is what's coming up. But yeah, depending on which year you're watching that, feel free to claim that for your upcoming summer because I am in the northern hemisphere. So for my fellow northern hemisphere people, if you're in the southern hemisphere, I mean, definitely feel free to claim this for your winter 2026, or you can see that as your upcoming summer 2026 if that's where you are. Yeah, but what we're gonna see today, we're gonna have a few oracle cards to check the energy of your season, and then with the tarot we're gonna dive into what the sun is shining on for you this season, what it is burning down, so what you're leaving behind. And then I kind of also wanted to see how you can like shine brighter or expand your beam. We were sticking with the theme. It's more in like things you can do that will help you either be more aligned with what you want or help you really step into your confidence more. So yeah, that's what I have for you today, and let me show you each of your piles. So for pile 1, I realize now that with this deck, I'm not sure I can show it, the back of it, but you have the Sunstone, and your deck is the Earthwoman Tarot. And this is what the artwork looks like, and I'm gonna show you the sun for each one. I just realized I did not mention that, but yeah, that's the sun for pile 1. For pile 2, your stone is the pitch agate, and we're gonna be using the tarot Botanica for you. And this is the sun with the sunflower, well, flower. And for pile 3, you have the orange selenite crystal, and your tarot deck is gonna be the My Tarot Simplified with the Sun card, and this one says flourishing success and joyful emotions, trust yourself. So yeah, these are your options for today's reading. Do take however long you need to pick your group, and once that's done, I'll have the timestamps down below for each pile, so you can find me in whichever you've picked whenever you are ready. Okay, so if you've picked the Sunstone and the Earthwoman Tarot, this is gonna be your reading. We're gonna start with the oracle cards to check the energy of your summer. So I just wanted one of each to start, but you got 2 of the Kitsune oracle and of the wisdom of the oracle. So yeah, let's just see right away what they are. So you got number 14, that's kind of the awakening. You got number 18, dancing with joy. Let me try to make this look like something not too bad. You got number, that's 49, I'm fairly sure, the 4th line. And then for these 2, you have number 3, between worlds. And here, number 14 again, truth be told. And hang on, let me... Oh, I didn't put my phone high enough. That is fine. Hopefully you can see most of it. Okay, so a lot of the energy you're stepping into this summer season is about acting on things and acting on things from an authentic place, from a place where you're truly you. With this one, the Awakening card, it could very well be that you have been these past seasons kind of like sleeping, hibernating, not putting yourself out there, being very on your own and introspective in a way. And like these days are over. You're fully awake now. You're ready to take on the world. You're ready to act on what you truly desire. And you have come to a point where you really see all of yourself, you really see your full self, and you're ready to embody that and to let it shine too. So if you've more recently kind of let go of some dreams, or if you were maybe in a bit of an autopilot mode, this really feels like this is over and you're actually ready to maybe revisit or reconnect with some dreams or some desires that you have that you really truly strongly feel for. And this summer season is bringing this back into your life. And with the dancing with joy, like these two together, it feels like you're awakening, you're waking up from your slumber, and now you're ready to just embrace the beauty in your life, and more than anything, embrace your full self again, because you're realizing that by you being fully yourself, this is how you're gonna be able to connect with things that are truly aligned with you. And like that's so easy to say, but it's like, you know, when you wear a mask and then things happen, or you connect with people, but it never feels truly right. But then it's also, but I'm never being fully myself. So how can I, by not being fully myself, how can I connect with things that I feel are truly right for me? And this season, it's you letting go of the mask, you being ready to just be your authentic self and allow yourself to be seen as well, and to be yourself fully, because you're gonna realize that that's what attracts the right things for you, and the things that also help you grow and feel you and make you feel truly alive and in the right place. And that's also how you like attract and connect with people who, well, who you align with really, and you feel alive with as well, I want to say. So yeah, if you can manage to really step into that energy, it can be a bit challenging at first, but I do feel that you're gonna like manage that just fine. But if you felt a bit isolated, or like the people around you, even if it's not bad relationships, maybe you feel like you can connect to a deeper level, being yourself truly, authentically, and expressing it is gonna help you like bring in your like soul family, if that's something that you like believe in and are into. This season, this summer, could very well bring more people that you connect with deeply into your life. With the fault line, I do want to read you the page in the guidebook, but it feels like a structural change, and like there's been pressure building under the surface, and you can't hold it anymore, and it just like cracks. So again, if things have not felt aligned or not good, or like they were not serving your growth, this season is most likely going to be seeing that change, and you rearrange your life so that it can be a lot smoother, softer, something that you want more. It's just, to put it simply, this whole thing feels like a realignment for you this season. And it's very possible that it comes from just you being yourself, and then things start falling into place. And it might feel like it's not breaking, but a bit crumbling at some point before you can build again. But ultimately, since you're really connected with what you truly want, it's not necessarily gonna feel like a loss, because you know that what's leaving is just not interesting for you. But yeah, let me read you that. It's this one, isn't it? Where is it? The fault line. And the fault line is one of the places card in this deck. But yeah, what we have is the fissure. Am I pronouncing that right? Maybe not. The crack, the weak link. Imagine walking across a frozen lake that begins to crack before your eyes. No matter how optimistic and brave you might be, panic ensues. You become fearful and tense and long for stable ground. Such is the energy of the fault line. It's the energy of walking on eggshells, of precarious dynamics, of sensing what is ready to break open into chaos. It's likely this cracking open is overdue, as fault lines develop slowly and naturally from underlying elemental pressures. This card comes as a potent warning not to deny the shakiness that's afoot. It's much better to prepare yourself for change than to walk along the fault line pretending all is well. There is no easy fix for the situation at hand. It will require a foundational shift that alters the current dynamics from the ground up. So yeah, again, it's just, it might not be fun on the moment when everything shifts, but ultimately you're gonna be able to like build on like a clean slate, start from something that's very able to hold your long-term vision, basically. Like to see if you're not ready for this, because are we ever ready for change? But if you're, I say, more ready to embrace what's to come, you have. So when light, redefining reality and breaking open. When dark, precariousness, pretending and delusion. So it's kind of like you turning a blind eye on what needs to change would not be helping, basically, because the change is going to happen anyway. But when you're aware of that and when you welcome it with open arms instead of trying to hold things together that are not meant to stay together or to stay in your life, the process is smoother and it's less painful to go through. That's something I strongly believe in. And yet, to go deeper, they do invite you to move a bit so you can dance to Everything is Broken by Bob Dylan. If ever that can like help you shake off some of unwanted energy. Okay, oh, that is beautiful. In Japanese kintsugi pottery, gold is used to mend cracks. Breaks are thought of as precious rather than something to be hidden. So yeah, that's so beautiful though when they do that. Maybe you've seen it before. So yeah, cracks are not always a bad thing. It's like beauty can come from it as well. That's what they're telling you. And the last thing they have is, it is possible that something a loved one said caused a crack in your relationship that has never been mended. Revisit it. The time to heal is nigh. So yeah, if you need to go back and look at something that's happened and see what it has left in you that could maybe prevent your growth, that's definitely also a good time to do that. But yeah, overall it is a transition period as well. You have the between worlds here, and it's you going from one state to another. With this card, it's a lot about you've done the healing, or like there's a lot of things that you've worked on that you have let go of and you're ready to move forward without them, or you've like embraced parts of yourself that maybe you were struggling with before, but you're not yet in that super colorful reality. You're like transitioning, and that's a bit like limbo where you don't really know where you stand, but do trust that you're getting there. It's just like the journey is unfolding and you've done the work that was needed to really be able to welcome this beautiful life that you wanted to create for yourself. And it's like in the morning when you wake up, I mean, maybe you're a morning person and you just jump out of bed. Lucky you. But if you're not really, you have this moment where you're awake, but it's like, I'm not ready for the day to start yet. So it's taking your time to get out of bed and get ready, basically. And this, having it with Truth Be Told is about not being in denial anymore and being ready to face the actual truth, even if all of it is not something you're excited about. And with this card, I do believe it talks a lot about yourself, because you have like the owl and the window is open. I was gonna say on her heart space, but on her whole body, but then it's just on the outside and you don't know what you're gonna find, but you're willing to go there anyway. And with all the little hearts flying over it, it's making me think that you're doing that from a place of love for yourself and love for what you're building, and kind of judgment free. It's just you're taking things at face value, and that's about it. And you integrate that and you move forward with that. But you're still having visions of your futures, beautiful things that you want to build, but you've let go of the illusions, basically, and you're really stepping into what you can do for yourself. So yeah, that's mostly the energy that we have here. So that's quite beautiful for you. One more thing it is calling you to do is to kind of expect the unexpected, maybe for things that you wish for. Try not to have such a rigid view of how it is supposed to happen. As long as you're staying true to yourself and like kind of daring to let the world see who you truly are, like things are gonna happen for you, and it might take a little bit of time for it to be built, but the foundations are gonna be there and you're gonna see something beautiful grow from that. So now that we have that, we're gonna dive into the tarot, and the first thing we're gonna see is what the sun is shining on for you this season. I'm gonna move these out of the way, and yeah, I did want to take 2 cards for each question. Let me try and not show the back of this. Okay. So, for the summer season of pile 1. I'm sorry if I end up cutting some of the shuffling because I'm still struggling with it. So we're gonna start with seeing what is the sun shining on for you this season. What is the sun shining on for my pile 1 people this summer? What is the sun shining on? What is the sun shining on for my pile 1 people? Is the sun shining on this summer season for my Sunstone people? What is the sun is the sun shining on? Oh, we got the sun, so the sun is shining on the sun. And let me get another one. What is the sun shining on for my Sunstone people. Oh, and oh my god, we got 2 major arcana and King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Okay, I'm not sure I need to do that, but just in case. So, the sun shining on the sun and the Hanged One. Well, first you got 2 major arcanas, and the bottom of the deck is a court card. So, and you have the lion on it, which Leo season is coming up, no matter where you are. I mean, we do have Cancer season first, but this summer we do have Leo season, and it's making me think of the strength card that usually has a lion on it. It really feels like you're taking action finally. I mean, and with the sun, it really feels like the sun is shining on, well, basically you, like you're the star of your summer, and the sun is the brightest star. The sun is our brightest star, and it really feels like you taking action. Whatever you're gonna be doing is gonna be, well, bathed in sunlight, basically, because as long as what you do is aligned with what you truly desire, it's gonna be right, and it's gonna be like celebrated, and it's gonna feel right also to you. With the Hanged One, this could really be like a shift in perspective. Maybe you're gonna see that you taking action can be celebrated. You moving from a place of authenticity, of being fully yourself, is actually strongly appreciated, and people love that, and people love you for, well, you. The Hanged One often also talks of like taking a pause, so it could be that you if you're someone who tends to, once you have an idea or you think you need to do something, you do it right away without really taking a break to think of if that's good for you or not, that could change, and that could help you really assess if that feels right to you or not. So yeah, if that's something you've struggled with in the past, I believe that this summer is going to help you move away from that behavior. Or if you're the opposite, you know, like the Hanged One is a shift in perspective. So depending on what you have been acting on, if you realize that that has not been serving you long term, you're more easily able to see how acting differently is going to help you, and you're not going to receive that with such a strong like rebuttal. I'm not sure that's the word, but you're not gonna be so against something because it's not what you usually do. And yeah, just the sun is shining on, I want to say you, really, your like your true light, your most authentic being. So that is very beautiful. I think you're gonna have a great summer, actually. Yeah, I'm not sure there's much else I can tell you about that. It's really like she's just receiving the rays, you know. So if there's something you've been wanting to show the world, this season seems very positive for that. And something you need to understand is that even if it's not received well by like everyone, because that's not possible anyway, that's gonna bring in the right people, the right opportunities, and from it you have like these flowers that are growing as well. Well, obviously the sunflowers, but yeah, the sun is shining on you and on whatever you do. So congratulations. Now we're gonna see what it is burning down. So what you're leaving behind. What is the sun burning down for my Sunstone people? What is the sun burning down this summer season for my Sunstone people? What is being burned down? Okay, let me oh, hang on, I'm gonna put these two like this. I think you can see them. So we got the High Priestess and the Two of Swords. I want to say that what's being burned down is uncertainty. You're gonna be a lot more connected with your intuition and with your inner guidance, your light, like your true essence, and it's gonna be a lot easier for you to make decisions and to not be stuck in your own head on how you should move forward, what you should do. Yeah, uncertainty is really something that's, it's like we still have a few days left of spring, so enjoy uncertainty while you can, because moving forward it's just gonna live your life. Like, that's not gonna be a thing anymore this season. The High Priestess is like, it's just the connection between the conscious and the subconscious. So I do think that the barrier between the two is gonna be a lot thinner. And the Two of Swords is having to make a decision, being unable to make a decision a lot of the time, because you have, maybe you're a lot in your head, you have a hard time connecting with your intuition. So yeah, uncertainty is being burned down, and you not trusting your intuition and your true self and your true guidance also. It might come as a surprise to you how moving forward you could, when faced with decisions or whether to start something new or put your energy into something, how sure you are, and realizing that this assurance, this confidence isn't rooted in your mind. It's not something that's like completely logical, where you say, you see, oh, I have XYZ, so I know that's possible, but you're gonna feel it, I want to say, in your belly, like in your body. Your body is gonna guide you to take the decisions, because you're gonna feel so safe that you're gonna know if something is right for you or not. And when you feel it in your body that it's right for you or not, that's when you know you're moving in an authentic way. So yeah, this is all lining up. Also, you have the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck, so that's like the wish fulfilled card, all your manifestations coming to life. And I feel that that's gonna be easier to connect with what you truly desire, and then it's easier to bring it into life when you know what you truly desire. But yeah, that is beautiful for you. I really like that the sun is shining. You have two daylight cards, and on the what it's burning down, it's at night, so it really feels like the darkness is dissolving for you this season. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm really happy for you. And we're gonna see now how you can shine brighter or expand your beam this summer. How can my Sunstone people shine brighter or expand their beam, their light this season? Ooh. We got the Fool. And oh my god. Okay, I won't be taking all of these, quite obviously. I do want to mention that on the floor, I got the Lovers with the Devil and Temperance reverse. So, okay, I'm not gonna take like any of these. I just want to mention that out of all the cards that fell, it's all of these fell. Only two of them were like numbered cards, and they were both 5. So 5 is the number of change. Maybe check like 5 of 55 as like angel numbers. All the other cards were either major arcanas or cold cards. So I don't know what's going on for you this summer, pile 1, but it's like major. I feel, and bottom of the deck you have the Hierophant, which is the 5th of number 5 of the major arcanas. So yeah, this seems to be a pretty eventful summer for you. I hope you're ready for change. I think you are. I think you've been wanting this for a while, and I mean, with summer, it's like easier, I feel, to do things you don't usually do. Like you have a bit more of a carefree feelings, or yeah, do embody that. That we're gonna dive into it, but this feels like a good season for that for you. But yeah, let's get one more for how you can shine brighter or expand your beam. How can my people of pile 1 shine brighter this summer? How can my people of pile 1 shine brighter this summer? They're just like, just take the Fool and run with it. Okay. Oh, we got 2. We'll take 2. We got the 7 of Wands and the Queen of Cups. And the 10 of Cups at the bottom of your deck. Oh my god, this is the sweetest thing. I have actual tears in my eyes of happiness for you. So, okay. So what you can do to expand. The Fool is just about taking the first step. It's a leap of faith. It's, if there's something you've been thinking of starting or going for, this season, this summer is the right time. You're ready for it. Like, she's just, you see, the sun is shining on her. Like, you have all within you to achieve whatever it is you want to achieve. And the Fool is really about that carefree attitude of, she's just going, you know, she's walking barefoot on the grass. She has nothing with her, just her flowers in her bag. And because she is, and I say she, it's a gender neutral she. Like, you're just ready to go. And even if you're scared, it's fine. I do believe that in life, we very often tell ourselves that things we want to go for are a lot more dangerous than they really are. So obviously, I'm not telling you to take a jump at something when you know you don't have like any safety net. If you know that there's a big risk of like a bad fall, but really assess your situation and see if the, that's, how do I put, not if the worst happened, where do you land, but kinda, because if you really do assess that, it's very likely that you're gonna realize that, well, it's not gonna be that bad actually, and most likely, if you take the leap of faith, you're gonna succeed. So yeah. And if, again, I know it's very scary, so what you can do if that's too scary is ask yourself, what's the smallest step I could take that would still get me closer to what I truly want? And do that. Just this one small step. And just doing that every day is still gonna do a lot more than doing nothing, right? It's like when you do the thing where you have dishes to wash and you're like, okay, I'll just wash 1 plate tonight. Well, maybe you only washed 1 plate tonight, but if you only wash 1 plate every night, at some point you're gonna be done with the dishes. And it's very likely that once you start, you're not gonna stop at just that. And with that, we have the Seven of Wands and the Queen of Cups that came out together. The Seven of Wands is really about standing your ground, standing up for yourself. Once you know that what you want, what you stand up for, who you truly are, it's a lot easier to defend that. And with the Queen of Cups, it's making me think that you're gonna be very in tune again with your intuition, with your emotions, and you're gonna be able to stand your ground while still remaining in a, I want to say, soft energy, in the sense that you're not gonna be aggressive against other people. It's not, you're not gonna bring conflict into situations. You're just really gonna be also able to understand where other people are coming from. Most likely they're just like worried about you and want the best for you. They just don't realize that the best for you is not what they have envisioned, and you're gonna be able to maybe make them see that as well, because you're coming from a place of empathy and understanding. So yeah. And with the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck, I just feel like this is emotional harmony, fulfillment, like happily ever after. So yeah, you do have quite a few moons on your cards too. So it's usually linked with like intuition, even on this one. But and you have a lot of major arcanas. Like you have 4. Can I count? You have 4 and 1 court card out of 7 cards. I think that's a lot. So yeah, this summer feels like it's bringing major changes for you. And just like any transition, it can feel challenging, but I do strongly believe that as long as you stay true to what is deeply within you, and if you dare to let that show and show up in your everyday and in your relationships as who you truly are, like everything is going to align so beautifully for you. You're going to be more daring to go after the things that you want, and it's going to be a lot easier to take action on that. So yeah, pile 1, that's where I'm going to stop your reading, because I mean, I don't think it can get much better than that. But yeah, it's really, really beautiful, I feel. So I do hope that you make the most of this summer, and that like the beautiful life that you deserve starts to unfold, and that you can actually see the results of that in your everyday. But yeah, pile 1, feel free to let me know if this resonates or in any way. If it doesn't, obviously you know better than anyone what is and isn't for you, so just leave it behind. But this is where I'm gonna leave you, so I hope this summer treats you in the best way. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. It was an honor and an absolute pleasure. And yeah, I'll hopefully see you in the next one too. So until then, please take the very best care of yourselves. Bye. Hello, pile 2. So if you've picked the Peach Agate and the Tarot Botanica, this is gonna be your reading. We're gonna start with checking the energy of your summer with the oracle cards. You got 2 of the diamonds one. Ooh. And then with the tarot, we're gonna dive a bit deeper into, well, what the sun is shining on, what it's burning down, how you can expand your light, and all of that. Yeah, I'm sorry about the lighting. It's a bit cloudy right now, so hopefully that still isn't too bad. But yeah, I'm just sorry about that. I wish it was a lot more summery, but it was better this morning. Anyways, I'll stop rambling. Your oracles. So you got number 45, maturity. You got number 31, the heart. Number 65, the prayer. And you can see, I don't know why I did not put my phone high up enough. That's okay. and number 11 by the book. So, for you, pile 2 this summer season is gonna be a lot about realizing how far you've come and like how much you can receive. The maturity card, it made me think of you having mastered something and having reached like a high level either of expertise, or it can be mastery of your own self, of understanding yourself. And it does talk, this card, of having completed many cycles, like the Kitsune on this, the story of it. Let me tell you the story of this. So it's like a Kitsune, I believe it's every 100 years they gain a tail, and after like 900 they gain, so they have 9, and they also have so much power that they can create a pearl that like holds so much energy, and then this energy they can lend it to people. So you might have worked really hard on something, and you're reaching a place where you're gonna be the one who knows or who holds more power. I was gonna say, I don't really like that expression, but hopefully you get where I'm going with this. And you're gonna be reaching a place where you're gonna be the one who can help other people with things maybe you have needed help with in the past, or you wished you had received that help. So yeah, there's also the feeling with this of you are supported even if you cannot see it. Do believe and do trust that you're not alone in everything you do, basically. Like, there's a support system behind the scenes for you. This season, you could also finally be seeing the results of the work you've put in. So if you've been working like really hard at something and you still have not seen anything come to you, and I'm not saying that you have worked for the rewards, but at some point it's normal when you put in the work to expect that something will come of it too. It's coming. You might need to be a bit patient, but it hasn't been for nothing, basically. And actually, one thing that came up is that it's very possible that the reward is you finally realizing like who you truly are and daring to go after your dreams and daring to just be you, and realizing that you are the version of yourself who can do it, like whatever it is. You deserve to go after your own dreams. You deserve to make your life beautiful. You deserve to live your dream life. And that in and of itself can be a reward, actually, if you felt like that's not something you were allowed before. So definitely it's kind of like a mindset shift, if that speaks to you. And with the heart and the prayer, with the heart especially, it feels like a return to your true essence. And that with the prayer, these two together feel like you're decentering the ego and moving from a place of authenticity and like your heart, your true, again, your true essence, and you're also kind of reconnecting with what's like the divine part of yourself and the divine at large. Like, if that's something you align with, that's definitely a season where you could see the connection strengthen or deepen. I did want to read you the pages for that. I'm not sure I'm going to read them both fully because that might be a lot, but I think it's really beautifully written, and yeah, it's very interesting. So with the heart, you have the home, the center, and the throne. So it could be also finally putting yourself back on the throne of your life. It is possible from an imaginal point of view to sense the heart as a place. Either we are there within the realm of expansion and compassion, or we have drifted somewhere else. There is no in between. It is common for us to leave this archetypal center without realizing it, as the world, with its seductive twists and turns, offers us frequent departure. We may even become a stranger to the landscape of the heart, leaving it vacant for long stretches of time. The seat of the heart is often reclaimed by nature, music, dance, and the presence of children or animals. This card encourages us to move past the layers of life's tangles and knots and enter the wild and sacred center of the self. The most precious throne in the galaxy is awaiting your return. So, yeah, you're definitely reconnecting with yourself and your true essence again. So do you see if you're kind of connecting with this energy, you might feel more expansive, knowing, and a gentle clarity. When you're like resisting it and maybe more fraught, tangled, or betrayed, or like a sense of betrayal. And you can listen to that song if you feel called to. Wild is the Wind by Nina Simone. But yeah, that's a lot about letting go of what life is making you think you need and being more clear about what you truly desire. And then reconnecting with everything that's helping you tune into your true self. Because everything that's man-made is not bad. But there are some things that help us move in a way that's better for us and also better for like the collective and like the greater good and all of that. And there are other things that are just keeping us away from that and keeping us distracted on how we can, be a better human for us, or community, or people, and just the world at large, I feel. But yeah, with the prayer, we have the worship, the reverence, and the homage. What is prayer? When are we in a state of prayer, and when are we not? To whom or what do we pray? Archetypally, the practice of prayer has been with us since the dawn of time as a remedy for the omnipresent self-centered thinking that spins us toward illusion. Prayer leads us beyond our ego as we move from our little story to the big one. Some say we are in a state of prayer anytime we are not the center of our own thoughts. Others say prayer is a natural result of gratitude. Perhaps it is simply surrender or service, whatever prayer is for you. This card reminds us of its importance. Get quiet, low, humble, and soft. Bow and touch the ground as your heart lifts to the sky. Though it may be uncomfortable, it is time. Nothing else will do. And I really like this little one. It says, every song, kiss, breath, word can become a prayer. It is a feeling, not an action. Consider the ancient mantra, I will not butcher this, I bow to the creative consciousness within. I bow to the teacher within. So it's really all about reconnecting and being maybe a bit more intentional on how you do things, and realizing that you can find yourself in everything around you, basically, as long as you're not so stuck in your head. Because I feel like sometimes it's good, like our thoughts are good, they can give us idea, they can like stir us in certain directions that can be helpful. But if we're too much in our heads, I do feel that at some point it becomes detrimental. Because to know if something is right for us, I strongly believe that we find that in the body. I do see the body as being the mean of communication between our soul and our ego, and being able to understand that is one of the most important things in making sure that we're moving in a direction that is right for us. And a lot of today's world, at least in like, I want to say occidental modern societies, is keeping us disconnected from our body. So yeah, any way you have that you can reconnect with yourself could be very beneficial at this time. And with By the Book, this actually talks about the laws of the universe, and one of them is the law of prayer. So if that's a practice that you had and you haven't really kept up with recently, this summer could be a good time to reintroduce it into your life. If you never have, again, prayer can be anything that you decide. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be a certain way. Again, it's more of a feeling and the intention behind it more than anything. The By the Book does not necessarily talk about the way you do things, but what is beyond that. So if like putting your hands together is not something that feels right for you, you don't have to do that, but finding a different way. I do like it because I feel like it's an anchor in your own body, so that feels nice. But yeah, I digress. The By the Book also talks a lot about respecting others and their background, like understanding that they are a certain way because of their cultural and family upbringing and customs, and being able to respect that and understand that is going to get you far, basically, because that's how you also learn to live in with other people who are different from you and what you know. What it does talk of is if there are new things you'd like to try at this time, it might be a good idea to check like of people who have managed to build this thing or to do this thing. What is the tried and true method, if there's one, and try this for yourself. Then moving forward, if you have little twists or modifications to make, obviously do what works best for you, but going with what has worked before is a good approach at this time, basically. The only thing is make sure that that's aligned with your authentic vision, because that's basically the most important thing. And if it's not, it's okay to like overhaul the structure if necessary. But yeah, as long as you move from a place of being connected with your inner guidance, that's basically all good, I want to say. And this card also talks of return on investment. So it really feels like you've done a lot of work on yourself, on your life, and that this time is helping you see the results and reconnect with what truly matters moving forward. Yep. We're gonna dive right into your tarot. I'm just gonna move these so I can have your tarot front and center. And yeah, so that's your beautiful Sun card. We're gonna see your summer season. So summer 2026 for my pile 2. So I'm sorry if I cut some of the shuffling, because I'm like not the best at it. So I still need practice, basically. Okay. This deck is slightly smaller, so it's not as bad as the others. Okay. Summer season for my peach agate pile. Also, I'm sorry if there's noise. There's a school right by my building, and I think it's their afternoon break. And also my mom's home and doing her thing. So, okay. So summer season for my pile 2. First, we're gonna see what is the sun shining on for you this season. I'm gonna be taking 2 cards. What is the sun shining on for my pitch agate pile this season? Oopsie. What is the sun shining on for my pile 2 this season? Okay. Oh, that's way too many. Okay, we're starting again. That was way too many cards. What is the sun shining on for my pile 2 this season? I'm gonna be taking that one. What is the sun? Oof. Okay, is that... Oh, that's 3 again. No. So what is the sun shining on for my pile 2 this season? What is the sun shining on for my pile 2 this season? Wait, I said I was going to take this one. Okay. That was a struggle. Okay, so we have... What is this? I'm going to have to check this. So we have 7 of Cups, 3 of Cups at the bottom of your deck. I believe that's the High Priestess. Not at all. What is that? Oh, it's the Hierophant. My bad. My bad. I keep messing up the little... like this. For the major arcanas. So what the sun is shining on? Well, I think it's funny we got the Hierophant when you have the By the Book card, because the Hierophant is all about structure. So it could be that with the 7 of Cups being, you have so many options. It's like the world of possible is the world of possibilities right there. It could be that with all of that, usually when you have all these options, it's hard to make a decision and to be focused and things like that. With the Hierophant, you're gonna be helped in structuring whatever it is that you want and how to go for it. And with the 3 of Cups, that's all about celebration and being with your people. So maybe this help comes with your connections. But yeah, you're gonna be so many opportunities. But there's a certain structure to it. Or if there's not, you are able to structure however you want to move forward. And or there is, it could be either someone else or an actual structure or organization that helps you. I'm sorry, I had to plug my phone, so if this changed a bit, that's the reason why. But yeah, all in all, it's everything is possible for you, and there's like either a guiding hand helping you structure everything, or you're not alone in this. Basically, you're not gonna have to do it all alone. You're not gonna have to go after everything alone, especially seeing this. And it's all like a very good uplifting energy. So you can do it all. The only thing is you have to remain adaptable, basically. But there's some kind of structure and some help, even if it's not physical. Yeah, basically. And the Hierophant can talk of spiritual awakening. So if that's something that you felt was a bit more present, like, don't discard it. But overall, like, your summer is just gonna be full of opportunities, and you're gonna like be able to go after the right ones and like not feel overwhelmed by everything that's coming up. that's what it's making me think of, these two together. Another thing we want to see is what is burning down for you this season. Like, what are you leaving behind? For my peach agate pile. Oopsie, oopsie, oopsie. Okay, we got the Two of Pentacles. And what is my peach agate group leaving behind? What is being burned down for them this summer? Oh, okay. Wow. And Nine of Wands at the... Oh, wow. Okay. So you got the Two of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. So I think the rest period is over. Like, it might have felt that you were in a period of things not moving, things moving really slow, you having to take a lot of rest before you were able to do things. Like, that's over. This is go, go, go. This is go, go, go. And again, you're not going to feel overwhelmed by it. The Two of Pentacles is more about having to balance and juggle many things at once. It can be many opportunities, but in this space especially, I do feel like you're not going to have to either decide on what to do anymore. You're going to be able to do everything that matters to you and that is right for you. And you're not going to have to juggle everything and be completely overwhelmed and think, but when am I going to have time to do that and that and that? This is the end of you struggling to make time and have time for what matters and to do things. And again, this is the end of like the rest, but I feel like it's more the end of you not having energy to do the things that you want to do. And with the Nine of Wands, I usually see with like one person standing up, having done all the work themselves, and then they're still standing and they keep going to like plant the last wand. It's making me think that it's just that you won't be alone anymore. Like, there's someone coming in. Oh my god, I should not have... Oh my god, I should not have done that. Oh my god, okay. That was a bad idea because there's so much I want to say now. I do believe that you won't be alone in doing everything, and that's also why you're gonna feel a lot more energized, because the people around you are gonna be people you feel good with. They're gonna really feed into your energy, and that's gonna, well, first they're gonna help you do all the things. They could be people who help you move forward in any aspect of your life. It could be your career, because we have the Pentacles, but I don't know, we have all the suits, so it could be just in general in your life, really. But I really feel that you're gonna have the right people around you that support you in whatever you do, and even if they don't help you like physically, materially, like in your everyday life, just their presence soothes you, help you have more energy, be more confident also in your capabilities. Pile 2, I'm so sorry I ran out of storage. We should be good for the remainder of your reading though. But what I was getting at is, what you're really leaving behind is this overwhelm feeling, this, well, the feeling of not having enough energy to do all the things you want to do and being overwhelmed of all the things you want to do. But it's not just the feeling, it's like the actual thing. Like, you're going to be supported. And I just really quickly want to go through like all the cards that I saw because so you do have the Nine of Wands, and I do feel like, again, that's just you standing up for yourself and like doing what's right and building something for yourself, but you not having to do it all alone. And then behind it you have the Ten of Cups, which is like emotional harmony, emotional fulfillment. The Nine of Cups, which is like the manifestation of your desires. The Two of Cups, which is the union, it can be romantic, it does not have to be, but it's usually like one-on-one and having someone that supports you. The Three of Wands, which talks about expansion, and I'm gonna stop with this one. That's the Magician, which he can do anything that he sets his mind to as long as it's aligned with like either his true desires, his true self, and what's aligned with, I say him, but gender neutral him. So I mean, you can do it all basically, and you're gonna be supported in all of that. And it's not just gonna be unseen support. I think there are really gonna be real people in your life that are gonna either show up or you're gonna reconnect and move forward, not together if you don't want to, but with some kind of alliance. Yeah. And the last thing I'd like to see is how you can like shine brighter or expand your beam. So yeah, how you can embody like yourself more. How can you shine brighter? Be your most authentic self, like not be scared to let it be seen. For my pile 2 of peach agate, how can you expand your beam or shine brighter? And we got 3. I'm gonna take these 3, that's fine. And oh, that's no, I forgot what that is. I was gonna say something that it is not. You got Knight of Cups, King of Wands, and I need to check what this is because I always forget. Oh, it is what I thought it would be. It is what I thought it was. So that's Temperance. And so with oopsie. And that's Strength at the bottom of the deck. So with Temperance, it is calling you to like find balance. Like you don't have to do like all at once or pour all your energy in one thing. Just find balance within your life, and in maybe also the way you react to things. Not everything needs your reaction, not everything needs your energy, so maybe assessing and being more aware of where you need to put your energy and what you need to give your attention to is going to be a lot more helpful, because once you start cutting off what doesn't need your attention, it stops eating away at your energy, and then that gives you energy to do a lot of other things. With the Knight of Cups, that's making me think to really follow your heart. I reconnect with what is feeding and fueling your inner self, what's really bringing in energy into your life, what is making you happy, what is making you excited. And with the King of Wands, to me that's taking action towards that and knowing that you deserve to take action towards that, knowing that maybe you're not like an expert yet or the very best at something, you still deserve to enjoy the process of doing that. And it's okay to be seen doing it too. Yeah, the Strength card does talk about resilience and really like keep moving even in the face of challenges, they're not here to hinder you, they're just here to help you grow. And once you integrate that, I feel it's a lot easier to move forward. There is a deck I have, it's not this one, but it does talk of the strength card being someone coming in to help you, like being a helping hand, and I really, really like that. And seeing what you have here, I do feel like that could be a theme as well of if help comes in and it feels genuine and like not forced upon you, do accept it. You don't have to do everything on your own. Again, finding balance on what you do and what you call for help for, or what you accept help for, because it's coming in. I really don't think you're gonna be doing it all on your own this summer. So pile 2, that is what I have for you for this summer season. It really feels like so many opportunities coming up, and you're gonna finally realize that you can do it all. And by all, I mean all that is right for you and aligned for you and that you desire to do. And that could also be where you find the balance, where you stop giving to what you actually don't want. And you're gonna see that it's not like hindering your growth or anything, and reconnecting with your true inner desires. That's gonna motivate you to move forward and to actually take action towards that. And again, you're not doing it all on your own, so just be receptive and then use your discernment, obviously, in what you accept and what you don't. But like, you have it all within you to take the right decisions, accept the right help, and move forward in a way that's going to be like beautiful for your life. So yeah, pile 2, Peach Agate. I hope you have the best summer until the next one, obviously. And yeah, let me know if this resonates in any way. If not, obviously, leave it behind. You know better than anyone what is and isn't for you. But yeah, this is where I'm gonna leave you. So thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. It was an honor and it was a pleasure to spend this moment with you. Thank you for sticking around, and yeah, I'll hopefully see you in the next one. So until then, please take the very best care of yourselves. Bye. Hello, pile 3. So if you've picked the orange Selenite and my tarot simplified tarot, this is gonna be your reading. So we're gonna start with checking the energy of your summer with the oracle cards, and then dive into the tarot to see what the sun is shining on for you this summer, what is burning down, and how you can like expand your beam or like shine brighter in your life this summer. But yeah, let's just dive right in. Also, I lied before we dive right in. I'm sorry for the lighting. It is a bit cloudy right now, so I'm trying my best. But yeah, for your reading, we have number 15. I believe that's Sentinel or maybe Sentry. We have number 27, The Unseen. And we have number 22, Blessed. Oh, and it looks so nice with your Sun card. Anyways, okay, so for your summer, with the Sentinel card, it is about like taking a higher vantage point, seeing things from a higher perspective, and that's given you the kind of ability to see changes coming before they do, and like other people may not see them coming, and if ever you talk to them about it, they may not even believe that that's true. But that's a moment where tuning into your intuition, really connecting with it, is going to be very helpful to help you prepare for what's to come. And when I say changes, they don't have to be bad ones, they can be very positive things. It's just that when something changes, we're human, it's always kind of a challenge. So it can be very helpful for you to stay connected to that part of you that can sense things, and just so you're like as ready as you can be, you know? I'm not saying that knowing change is coming makes it easier and you're just like going through it so easily, but it's easier to accept and like to surrender to it when you know it's coming. I mean, we're human, it's life, it's the earth. Change is the only thing we're sure of with the other one. But I mean, it is a change in condition, I guess. So this is also a time where you'll be able to assess or reassess who you can trust and what circumstances or situations are right for you. So that, hang on. Okay, I had to turn on the light. Hopefully that's not too bad. But yeah, to see what in your environment and who in your environment is actually bringing a positive into your life, and to move forward in a way that keeps this into your life, and maybe that doesn't give as much room or energy to what does not belong in like that circle, if I can put it that way. And with the unseen card especially, I do want to read you the page in the guidebook. It really feels that whatever it is that you're sensing or that you're expecting or starting to expect is coming from a source that you cannot like show or explain, because it's more like a feeling, and it's really gonna call you to stay open to what you're receiving. It doesn't mean that you need to take everything at like as the truth, but be open to hearing it and then see in your life where it fits, how you can move around it or with it. What? That is not this one, obviously. Oh, the unseen. There we go. So the unseen is the spirit, the ancestor, the eternal. The unseen is just as it sounds. We cannot see it, yet it sees us, watching and waiting with wisdom, both kind and instructive. We feel this presence, sense it, intuit it, and then doubt its existence, though it rallies our attention time and time again. The energy of the unseen may come in many forms: a compelling dream, a sudden insight, a clear voice, a vision or message from a loved one who has passed to the other side. It is natural to fear these communications, as they challenge our perception of what is real. When this card appears, your guides are near. The eternal is present. The doorway between worlds is ajar. Listen. The sounds may seem as though they come from a distant land, but they call from your innermost chambers. And these are like depending on the energy you're in. So when light, it's more like clairvoyant guidance, whispers of wisdom. When dark, it's a dark looming energy and willingness to forgive. And to go deeper, you can read King Hamlet, or like check maybe these characters, like see what they're about. King Hamlet, The Three Fates, and The Shining. That's the movie, I'm fairly sure. And you get guidance. Guidance comes in many forms. Don't expect it to be glittery or comfortable. The spirit world speaks the truth. Sometimes it soothes, and sometimes it burns. And finally, being graced by the unseen is a gift. Treat it kindly. Allow yourself to be seen by eternal eyes. One thing, if ever that makes you kind of uncomfortable, do remember that like you're protected. Also with this card, the dragon is a protector, and the guidance you receive, if ever you're connected that way to the universe, your guides, it's there to help you move forward in a way that's more positive for you in the long term. So again, do use your discernment, because you have your own connection with yourself as well. And I've mentioned that in pile 1 already, but I strongly believe that being in your body and connected to your sensation, to the sensation you receive in your body, is going to help you navigate what you receive and see if it's positive for you or if it's just not for you. Because sometimes when we stay just in our minds to try to analyze stuff, there's too much logical trying to happen. It is for your greater good, and you also have the power and the ability to discern what is right for you and what is just not helping you move in a direction that's like helpful. Especially with the blessed card, that's really you have nothing to worry about. This is just telling you that even if things have felt a bit gloomy recently, and if you feel that you're not worthy of better, blessings are coming in, and it's not something you need to earn or feel worthy of. It's gonna enter your life no matter what. So now the question is, how are you gonna be receiving it? Because when good things happen, if you still like stick yourself in this unworthiness feeling, it might be hard to hold them and have them stay in your life. And I mean, I know that's a hard work to do, but sometimes you can have, not sometimes, actually all the time, you can have beautiful things happen to you even if you don't feel worthy of them. I do not believe you're the worst person on the planet. Just look around. Like, maybe watch the news, open any social media, and you're gonna see people who are a lot worse as human beings than you are. So if ever, and I know that it has to come from within you to feel like good and positive about yourself, but if that can help, and you see some people and like years later things come up about them, let's say, and you're like, but you still lived such a beautiful life, right? You seemed blessed. So I don't believe again that you're a bad human being. So maybe working on your worthiness feeling could be good this summer season. But no matter what, do know that good things are coming into your life. So make room and make space to hold them so they can also grow and you can grow with them. It's just like calling you to surrender to that. And then once they enter your life, obviously, still stay grateful and humble, because like we never know when the wheel is gonna turn, right? But you don't need to deserve or to earn any of that. And you can also see it as a way of you're receiving that, and then that means that you can in turn give and help other people. Yeah, it feels like a lot of behind the scenes things happening and a lot of like divine intervention coming up in your life, like for the better. Yeah, let's dive into like your tarot now to see a bit more precisely what's going on. Also, two things. I'm sorry if I cut while I shuffle because I'm still not the best at that, and that looks ridiculous. And I'm sorry if you can hear my stomach growl. I'm really hungry. But I'm having pizza tonight. So we had a light lunch and I'm hungry. But it's gonna be okay. Hopefully you can't hear anything. Okay, so that's summer 2026. Oh, like summer season. 4 pile 3. My orange selenite. Oh shit. Okay, that's not the worst I've done today. Or any day, actually. Okay, summer 2026 for my orange selenite pile. I need to stop saying 2026. Okay, so first thing we're gonna see is what the sun is shining on for you this season. So what is the sun shining on for my orange selenite pile this summer season, this upcoming summer season? What is the sun shining on for my orange selenite pile this upcoming summer? What is the sun shining on? What is the sun shining on my orange selenite pile this upcoming summer? Ooh, I'm gonna take two. What is the sun shining on this summer season for my orange selenite? What is the sun shining on? Oh, I'm gonna take this one. Oh, that's the one that flipped when I first shuffled without the questions. Oh my god, that's okay. I just looked at the card behind your bottom of the deck. It's the 10 of Cups, and pile 1 got the 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck at the very end, and pile 2, I don't remember when it was, but they did have the 10 of Cups as like second bottom of the deck. Anyways, you got the Knight of Wands, which says geographical movement to come in love, or what's it called, like declarations. That is not, it's like someone expressing their feelings for you. Surprise declarations will be formulated. I'm sorry, I struggle with the translation. And the Page of Swords, that's like relevant exchange with someone, a period of seduction, and wait, I got that exact card the other day. Seduction and like confidences or like secrets. Hang on, let's say like secrets, confidences maybe. And bottom of the deck you got the Chariot, and it's, oh my god, it's like, I'm sorry, I'm not in frame at all. It's like a reassessment of your capacities, but to something better. You will lead your project to its end, triumph. Yeah. So what is the sun shining on? Honestly, seeing that you have both cards talking about like emotional and relationship thing, if you're open to love or romance, it could very well come in quite strong and fast, because the Chariot is about movement. I have to say, to me, like usually when I read tarot, Wands and Swords are not the suits I read romance for. Like that's not the first thing that comes to mind. But with this deck, I am very surprised. I actually pulled this card for myself recently, and for a day that has not happened yet, so I cannot tell you what is going on. I wish I could, but you know what? If I have not posted this before the day this card came out for happens, I might come back in and tell you about it if ever it's relevant. But anyway, let me focus. I'm so scattered. What? This feels like very personal. So it could be a focus on yourself, your interpersonal relationships. I'm mentioning that because I've just been telling you about my life and I did not do that in the first two groups. So maybe. Also, yeah, definitely. If that's not your thing, discard this. But if romance, you're interested in that, or it's been lacking in your life, it could very, very well be coming back into your life. And it feels kind of light-hearted as well. And I don't say that in a way of, in the sense of shallow. I just really mean it in, like, the page and the knights, they're both the first court cards, so they feel kind of, there's like this childlike energy, this whimsiness, this like teenage wishes and things like that. So I think that's really sweet, like for the summer as well. If you if you're looking for something like very deep and long term, I'm not saying that's not gonna happen, but I understand that that's not the energy you would be looking for. But it can be the beginning of something extremely sweet. With the knight, it is taking action towards something. If you have trips planned, well, there's a plane on that card too, so I hope you have fun. If you've been thinking of taking a trip, well, this season's gonna be a great time to do that. And yeah, it really feels like your relationships are gonna be at the forefront this summer. It could be like strengthening some bonds, and or maybe the ones you want to see deepen have the capacity, have the possibility to be strengthened and to build something maybe more authentic, or that feels more right, that's not as maybe shallow as you have at the moment. It might be something that you're not expecting, like someone that you didn't think had any romantic interest in you coming up and being like, well, actually, hi. Yeah, with the swords, it's making me think that it's someone that you're like, you have good conversation with, you can have nice exchanges with. It's not someone you're gonna have nothing to talk to about. Like, that can be, it can actually be something that is building on common interests. But that is like very sweet. I really, really like that. I love that card actually. Look at that. It is a sword, like a dagger, maybe. It's got all these little hearts and flowers around it. I love it. Yeah. And pages and knights, they can be someone coming in with something. I'm a bit at a loss for word, I'm gonna be honest. You could be feeling that actually. Something like someone coming up to you with either their feelings or wanting to talk to you, yeah, about what their interest in you, and being very surprised and not knowing how to respond. I do want to tell you that it's okay to take time, and if someone wants to share their feelings for you, you're in no obligation to, I want to say, respond right away, especially if you're surprised, because sometimes it goes both ways. Either you're like, oh yeah, let's go, and then you go on a few dates and you're like, oh, we're really not a good match. And sometimes it's just, you go like, oh no, that's not possible, like so many things in my life are not going right for me to make space for someone else, or I never thought about that person that way. And then a little time passes and you're like, oh, actually, I kind of like when we talk to each other and what we share is really nice, and I don't know where that's going, but now that I think about it, I would like to explore more. So yeah, it's okay to, and to be honest to the person with that. of I need time. I need to think about it. I need to consider it. I was really not expecting it. And I feel that that's something that's so hard to do as a human being. Like, to be vulnerable with what we're feeling, it doesn't need that you need to completely open up to a stranger or anything like that. But I do believe that being honest with what you feel, even if it's hard and maybe if your feelings are not received in the way you were hoping for, at least you can know that you've done everything in your power and in your capacity to move the situation in a positive way for you and the other person actually. But yeah, I'd say relationships are gonna be a big thing, and I want to see some kind of growth, whether coming from travels or like thoughts or explorations of new subjects, maybe. That's something that's coming up. But yeah, and with the chariot, it's moving forward. And if there's something you want to pour your energy into or try, there's a really good chance that it's going to be successful, basically. Yeah. Second question is, what is burning down this summer season? For my orange selenite pile, like, what are you leaving behind? What is being burned down? And we got 2 cards. Ooh, 8 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. And we got, oh my god, the Page and Knight of Pentacles. So that's the beginning of a new professional, like, learning curve. Reception of news regarding family or finances. And that's a complete success and fulfillment in business. So I don't think it means you're gonna be unsuccessful in business. And we have another pentacle here, and the 8 of Pentacles is, they say, a fulfillment in the professional world, like your professional space, with a future evolution. Now, do not fret. I do just believe that it means that your professional, like your job life, your work life, is not gonna be at the forefront this summer. Now, if you were expecting things to move forward, I don't believe that's gonna be the season for that. It does not mean that you're not gonna get what you should get, you know, but it just does not seem to be a period of growth for your work life. What I would say, it's making me think, especially with the 8 of Pentacles, which is a lot of the time about honing in your skills and working really, really hard. I think you've done that already, and this summer is going to be a lot softer, and you're not going to have to work as much to get your rewards or to get your fair share of whatever it is you're supposed to get. Seeing that you have like the new learning things here, I believe that you've just reached a certain level of knowledge and mastery of what you're doing, and like you don't need to do more at this time. Yeah, especially seeing the difference in all these relationship things, and here all the other ones are pentacles, which is the material world. So it could also be that you're gonna realize that your material life, your work, your job, the way you make money, your finances, like the way you live, is not as important as the relationships and the people in your life, but you do not need to sacrifice your personal life, your relationships, your connections, to build a comfortable and a soft material and physical life, basically. So it kind of feels like this summer is bringing balance back into that. So you're gonna have a lot of opportunities when it comes to your personal life, and your connections, and maybe traveling and seeing different things. And that's going to have you reassess how you spend your resources, your material resources. And that maybe where you're at right now, well, for the time being, that's actually good enough for you, and that's allowing you to do a lot already with what you have, and that you can put some of these resources in maybe more fun things. So yeah, again, take that how, like, you know your situation better than I do, obviously, so use your discernment for that. Like, don't put yourself in situations that are either dangerous or uncomfortable. But if you have the means, yeah, maybe a bit more fun is gonna be possible this summer. And finally, we're gonna see how, oh, look at that, the Three of Cups. Oh my god, again. And the Magician and the Ten of Cups stayed on the table. That's celebration, that's manifesting the life of your dream, and that's emotional fulfillment. But as for our last question for you, pile 3, how can you shine brighter or like expand your beam? How can pile 3 shine brighter, expand their beam this summer, this upcoming summer? How can pile 3, oh, nope, shine brighter, expand their beam this summer? How can pile 3, my orange selenite, how can you like step into yourself more, be more confident, express yourself? How, that's too many. If it's 3, I'll take them, but no, 4, that's too many. I'm sorry, I cannot. How can pile 3 shine brighter this summer? Oh my orange selenite, how can they shine brighter this summer? I think you're already shining plenty, so it's like nothing more to do. How can my pile 3 shine brighter this summer? Any advice, or like any nudges, any extra? How can, oopsie, oh, pile 2 got this one there as well. And one more. How can pile 3 shine brighter this summer? Is that just 2? Okay, I'm taking them both. Yeah. Okay. Oh my god, Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. That really feels like your emotional life being tended to. It's a sincere and passionate love, healing negative emotions. That is beautiful. And also I really like that on the Temperance cards you have the 2 cups. Wait, let me read you what it says. It's harmony and total stability, peace and the beginning of healing. You also have the 6 of Pentacles, which is balancing finances and money gain to come, and comfortable, like riches, wealth, comfortable wealth. And for the Ace of Wands, you have the beginning of a new adventure, incoming opportunities. So yeah, how you can shine brighter with the Temperance, it's all about like balance and finding balance. And I mean, relationships, like work or material, I really feel like that's what it's talking about, how you can balance every aspect of your life so that you can make room for every aspect of your life. And I think you're gonna manage to do that this summer. And especially what I see this as more is, if there's something new you want to try, if there are new things you want to try, new places you want to go, you're definitely invited to do that. Like, go ahead. You have 2 aces, so yeah. I do like that you got the 6 of Pentacles with like comfort, not physical, material comfort and incoming gains, because it's making me think that even if your work life or the material isn't gonna be the main theme of your summer, you don't have anything to worry about when it comes to your like physical life, when it comes to your resources. Like, it's coming in anyways. So yeah, that's, I find that reassuring if ever that's something you were worried about, especially if you're someone who spends a lot of time like on their job or working to have to like to build a beautiful life for yourself. I'm sorry, I'm struggling with my words. But yeah, it really feels like balancing all aspects of your life, daring to go after what you want. If you have new ideas, I'm not saying to jump right into it fully right away, but taking steps towards it could be very, very beneficial and put you in spaces where you can meet new people who align with you, and it can also become a source of income as well. Like, who knows? Who knows what the future holds? But yeah, that's like a beautiful energy that you have this season, and I think I'm gonna leave you with this actually. Yeah, it's all about balancing, making room for the people, knowing that your work life is sorted and it is keeping you going. Like, just take a look at your situation, and it's very likely that you're gonna realize that you're better off than you thought, maybe. And yeah, that's just creating an energy where you're able to make room for everything, and also having the energy and the time to go after new things you're envisioning for your life, maybe. So yeah, a lot of love also. I really like that. Even if it's not all coming from like the emotional suit, which I think it makes it beautiful. Like, you can connect also mentally with people and taking action to build relationships too. So yeah, pile 3, orange selenite. This is what I'm gonna leave you with. Do let me know if it resonates. If not, leave it behind. You know better than anyone what is and isn't for you. And yeah, I just hope you have like the best summer until the next one. And it looks quite bright, so I am happy for you. But yeah, part 3. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. It was an honor. It was a pleasure to spend this moment with you. And I'll hopefully see you in the next one. So until then, please take the very best care of yourselves. Bye.